Now I'll show you another little trick that the Universal Postal Union burned Switzerland. Do you know that all wars on planet Earth are orchestrated by the post office? Post office controls all money in all 250 countries. World War II was not an exercise in a world war as per se. It was an exercise in population reduction of 200 million people. And that's all it was. So we're going to take you back into history to Hawaii, which is a cause and effect. 1848, King Kamehameha makes a proclamation that if Hawaiians are dead or off the land for 20 years, the land is free for settlement. And being Hawaii is the center of the Pacific, it's very important. In 1800, the population of Hawaii was 2 million Hawaiians. In 1829, there was 34,000 Hawaiians left alive. In 34 years, they all died from whooping cough, tuberculosis, typhoid, smallpox, measles, mumps, chickenpox, all of our childhood diseases. As the Hawaiian Islands were isolated, Cook shows up in 1789, comes back in 1800 with Bishop, and because the world knows that Hawaii exists and they start sailing there, they bring all the diseases of Europe and the United States, and in 34 years, 99% of all Hawaiians are dead from genocide by germ warfare. And so the Hawaiian population is so small, based on its size, that there's King Kamehameha in 1848 nationalizes the entire island under the Bishop's Trust, putting all the remaining choice lands into the Hawaiian Kingdom. Now, 1/3 of the Hawaiian Islands was given to the Philippines, 1/3 to China, 1/3 to Japan, because they were the dominant population at the time in the Hawaiian Islands. And in the Hawaiian Islands themselves, the Hawaiians kept all the choice farmlands. With that said, China declares Hawaii to be part of their country. Japan declares Hawaii to be part of theirs, and so do the Philippines. The United States took over in I'll get to that in a few minutes. The United States Postal Service shows the Universal Postal Union, better known as the UPU. If you want to go and study this, upu.com is what you type in your computer, Universal Postal Union, and you can get a history lesson off of Wikipedia, which will show you what's going on. Some of this stuff was never made public. I uncovered it, and quite by accident on the 6th of January, and was able to certify how World War II was conducted. In 22nd of October, 1871, the Hawaii files bankruptcy. Now, under the words of damage, no damage becomes legal, and under maritime law of commerce, which falls into the maritime salvage claim, Title 46, Chapter 16, Section 781. That's your salvage. That's maritime salvage. All right, the Bern Switzerland shows up in Hawaii on this date and gets Hawaii, King Kamehameha V, to file bankruptcy. Under damages, no damage is complained. So this is the 22nd of October, 1872, plus 45-day trust law and 3-day grace period is the 6th of December, 1872. Guess what happens on that date? King Kamehameha V, the last reigning monarch of the Hawaiian Islands, is assassinated by poison and dies. The Hawaiian Masons, because he is a 34-degree Mason, being that he is the reigning king and monarch, activates the 20-year moratorium that if you are dead or off the land, because he's responsible for all the land in Hawaii. Add 45 days to December 6th, and you get, plus the 3-day Rescissions Act, and you get the 17th of January, 1873, plus 20 years is 1893. January 17th, 1893, the United States military shows up. The commander of the warship is a postmaster, ordering the postmaster of Hawaiian Islands to take over the Iolani Palace and capture the Hawaiian Islands, putting the Hawaiian Islands into United States territory. Queen Iolani then writes a cursive letter, an adverb verb, to complain. But as the Queen of Hawaii in 1893, she's also a 34-degree Eastern Star. And when you join the Masons or Eastern Star, you surrender your king, queen, presidential, or director's position and are now work for the Masons as a postmaster. And guess what's right across the street from the Iolani Palace? Postmaster, Lodge number 1 for the Masons, the Post Office of Hawaiian Islands, Immigrations, Customs, and the Supreme Court of Hawaii, all in the same room. All the heads of government. So, I looked at this and I'm going like, all right, here we have 45-day trust law. 1-year damages was vacated. 45 trust law and 3-day grace period allows them to assassinate him. Plus 45 days and 3-day grace period allows them to take over, plus the 20-year moratorium, capture the Hawaiian Islands. All done by timetables. Now let's work backwards from this. As we know, that bankruptcy is a 70-year international condition, plus a 45-day trust law. If you add 45 years and 3-day lemon law, you get 7 December 1941, bombing of Pearl Harbor. The Japanese Post Office declared war on the United States Postal Service in Honolulu, Hawaii. It was a postmaster-to-postmaster war. Only post office vessels, which are all military planes and military ships, carried the mail between the United States and the Hawaiian Islands. The Hawaiian Islands was under military control from 1893 under the United States Postal Service, folks, not the United States government. The government is the post office. The President of the United States, pre-simulation denture, appoints a Postmaster General who controls all branches of government, CIA, FBI, police, fire, every branch of government, Homeland Security, Department of Interior, Department of Forestry, everything on planet in the United States is controlled by the Post Office. The Post Office in all other countries is also controlled by, controls all branches of governments. The directors, the presidents, the kings, the queens, are no more than puppets working for the postmaster. Because the postmaster controls the treasury, who prints the money, controls the military, and that's how the world runs. You want a new world order? It was established on the 22nd of October, on the 22nd of October, 1871 was a new world order. It was set in motion by the post office. New world order has been here for 140 years. Yeah. So you had a question?
Well, I was just going to say, to finish the bomb, the atomic bomb on World War
Oh, the world, the United States was allowing Nazism to take place and would not get into World War II. So the post office allowed the President of the United States, Roosevelt, knew this timetable. He knew that the Japanese were going to bomb Pearl Harbor on December 7th. 1 minute after the international treaty, which was signed, but he was 90 minutes early. The people, the Japanese pilots who were in the planes, because the rising sun is their symbol, thought it would be poetic justice to hit on the rising sun. But they couldn't bomb until 8 o'clock and the sun came up at 6:30. So their enthusiasm got the better of them, and they forgot about the timetables. And they were supposed to wait until 8 o'clock to do this. But because of time zone changes, somebody screwed up by 90 minutes, and they bombed the Hawaiian post office 90 minutes before the bankruptcy expired. And they bombed a country under bankruptcy, throwing the United States into a rage and allowing World War II to start. Of course, the United States population rose up, was very angry, and everybody ran in and joined the military, and the war became what it became. So there was sometimes things get screwed up because there's other things on the table that are affected years later. Population control. It's like World War II was allowed to take place, bombing of Pearl Harbor. You need a crime big enough so that people yell rape. Question?
Hiroshima and Nagasaki, was that a control too?
What?
Population control in World War II?
For what?
For Hiroshima and Nagasaki when the A bomb was dropped?
Okay. In World War II, all the bombs dropped in Pearl Harbor had $1 airmail stamps put on them just to make it legal to deliver the postage to the Postmaster General of Honolulu, Hawaii on December 7, 1941. In 1945, a $1 airmail stamp was placed on Little Boy and Fat Boy and delivered to Hiroshima and Nagasaki airmail just to make it legal. And I have the video at home that shows the Postmaster General of Honolulu, Hawaii on signing his name across the $1 postage stamp, just like I sign my name across the $1 postage stamp on my lawsuits, just to make it legal to deliver the mail. All the bombs that were unexploded, and I talked with one of the survivors in Honolulu, Hawaii, who had a 500-pound bomb dropped and split a tree in front of his house. And the bomb had a $1 postage stamp on it when I asked him about it. He goes like, yeah, it was a $1 Japanese postage stamp signed right on there. He says, thought it was kind of peculiar. He says the Army Corps of Engineering came out and defused the bomb, took it away. But it did have the $1 postage stamp on it, he said. And he was an eyewitness. So